Okay, so now that you have the frame and the slots are there and everything is ready, and also the leg, you are going to create a little pin that is going to secure this leg into this frame so it's not going to fall off. So to do that, we're going to use this sketch here that we created. So we're going to hover over on the sketch list until we find that sketch. So that sketch is number 3. We're going to make it visible. And then in order to create the little pin that is going to go through here, I'm going to, for a minute, hide that leg. So here on the left-hand side on the browser, click on the leg and then turn off that little eye to hide it. And then we're going to select this little box here, which is equivalent to the space that is going to be cut out, and therefore the little pin that we want to put in there. So we're going to just extrude it right there from there so we don't have to draw it again. And in this case, we're going to make it probably 7 millimeters. Yeah. And then once it's finished, just click OK. It creates a new body, and we're going to change the name to pin. P-I-N. Enter. Okay, and now we're going to make the leg visible, and then just go ahead and hide that sketch just so we don't have things interfering with our visualization. Now, obviously, we need to assign some kind of material to that pin. I will go and assign a physical material. I'm just gonna drop a different color one. Mahogany is fine, just for the purpose of differentiating it against everything else. Okay, so if we look from the side, the leg is right on top of the frame, and just for creating the sketches, I am just going to move them along. So I am going to select the leg from here, and then I'm going to press on my keyboard M, or just click from the shortcut icon, move and copy. And so now we're going to select the leg. As you can select it from here. I prefer to select it from the list. You can also select it from here, but I think from the list it just allows me to have a little bit more control. And then I'm going to move it backwards a little bit, so it's just a little bit of space away from the frame. And then let's turn around to the front view, and then I'm just going to separate it also a little bit from the pin, and that's all I want to do really. If I go into the isometric projection, then I'm going to see that everything is positioned in different places. So again, I'm going to press Control S. Control S or Command S if you are working on a Mac. And now we are going to create a drawing, but this drawing, it's going to be for the laser. It's not going to be for the assembly drawing. So just bear with me for a second. So I'm going to go to design, drawing. From design, it will select everything by default because it will select full assembly, but you can also select just a few objects, or if you have hidden bodies, then you can just select the visible bodies. But in this case, we're just going to export everything for this drawing and then leave everything as it is. ISO from scratch, millimeters, A3, and then it gives you the A3 size, and then the orientation. You can pick a different orientation, but I'm going to go with landscape, and then click OK. Once you click on that, it's going to take, depending on how fast or slow your computer is, it's going to take from 1 second to a couple of seconds. Just be patient with it. And then it's going to give you a place view. So I'm going to click on that view, and then on the right hand side over here, we get this window that comes up with the drawing view and all the information. So we are looking at the front. The style is going to be just visible edges, and then also you can leave it as it is, or visible edges, hidden edges, but we don't need hidden edges in this case. We just need the visible edges. Now the scale is very important, and we're going to make sure that the scale is 1:1, because in this case we want to have the um, uh, the glasses to be the exact size that we're gonna laser cut them. And once we do that, then we click on OK. So once we click on OK, we're just gonna leave it there for a minute, and then we're gonna project some views. So select the parent image, and then we're gonna go to the projected views. So from that projected view, we're gonna move to the side, and then that's where we're going to see the leg. Now, I only need the front and side view for my laser cutting, so I'm going to stop right there and just click on the tick. All right, so beautiful. They're both the size that we need, and then we are going to just export this. So on the right hand side at the top corner, there is a PDF icon shortcut, but we can export with different types of extensions. So it could be a WG or a DXF. I'm going to select DXF for this case, and I'm going to name it. So glasses cut laser. And then at the end, I would suggest that you put your name. So when we are setting up everything, we know which files belong to who. And then make sure this little tick here is active to save on your computer, so it saves it on a designated folder. Right now, my designated folder is on my desktop, and it's called Glasses Project, so everything that I'm generated goes in there. And then I go open or make sure that it's there if you haven't selected one folder, and then save. So now that it has exported that DXF, it just creates that DXF in your computer. But now in the cloud, we're going to press Command S or Control S to save it. And then we're going to put here that this is only for laser cut. So we know this is not a proper technical assembly drawing.